Hi YouTubers and gamers, I'm back and today I have a pickup video. Okay, it's quite, as usual, it's an eclectic mix of both hardware, accessories and games. So let's start off with some of the accessories or hardware. I recently bought a video converter upscaler, so if I wish to use any of the older consoles on my HD TV I could. Saying that, I'll probably end up using my Retron 5 more than anything else really, but if I did wanted to play original console on that telly I could. Also I've got an old CRTV, quite a good one, a Sony 300 in the game room which I can always play as well, but I've got an upscaler. Now I did a bit of research on it and really one of the best upscalers you can get is that Japanese one, I can't remember what it's called now. You probably know what I mean. It's about £200 on import from Japan, and it's a bit technical. You have to use like Japanese SCART leads with it, RGB to SCART leads, because the pins are in a different position to UK ones. And as it's all in Japanese, you have to get like an English sticker overlay for the remote control and stuff. So it's a bit tricky. So I didn't really want to spend over £200 on an upscaler. So I went for one of the budget ones. Now most of the budget ones I've read aren't very good, and this one I've got, it's okay. It's obviously won't be as good as that expensive one, but it'll do me. And it's one that was recommended on one of the gaming magazines I saw. And it's this video converter here. They're all made in China anyway, but that's what it looks like. And you know, enables you to plug in either HDMI or SCART and output it via your HDMI or coaxial if you wanted to, and you can mess around with the settings, like have it at 720 or 780, and you know, power and TSC and all sorts. And this machine's not bad. It's well put together. It was about £30 including postage. So it's one of the better budget ones, and it looks okay. I mean, you know, it is a bit, obviously will still be a bit pixelated, especially with the NES games and so forth, but it's bound to be really. But it's okay, it's okay. Moving away from there, what else have I got? Some little accessories. A boxed original PlayStation controller. That was in a charity shop for £2, all complete with a manual and a little baggie and stuff, so can't argue with that. I got a console that's all like, well, pretty much like perfect minty condition, and that is a clear Game Boy Advance, and it came with the original baggie with the actual connection lead, so you connect this to other Game Boys but also to a GameCube, and those leads usually go for a fair bit of money, so I think I got all that all together for about £30 off eBay, so I thought that wasn't bad myself. While we're still on consoles, from Facebook, a chap who I bought a Master System game from about 6 months ago, he was selling some other bits, and he had a boxed and complete pink PS2. Now you may argue, well, why do I want a pink PS2? Well, to be honest, I love a PS2. It's one of my favourite consoles, and I've got the silver slim, I've got the black slim, and I've got the silver fat one and a black fat one, and now I've got the pink slim. It's all complete, and I've got a spare controller, so I've got 2 controllers in there, memory card. It comes with this, you know, all the game and all the instructions and everything all there really, and it's in very good condition. The box is pretty nice, and to get a box one of these, it's quite hard actually. You don't see many of them on eBay, and they tend to go quite a lot for a fair bit of money really. So I got this for about £32, so I thought that wasn't a bad deal myself really, to get one that's all boxed. A few years back I bought my daughter a pink PS2, but it's all loose, that one is, so she's still got that, and I've got that one, so it's like nice for the collection. Okay, other accessories. Well, I guess this is sort of an accessory. Skylanders. I actually enjoy the Skylanders games. I think they are underrated for adults to play, because obviously all the kids love them and they know them, but if you're an adult, you can't, you know, you try games out, they are fun. I enjoy, especially a co-op, playing this co-op with my daughter. It's lots of fun, and so I've got all the Skylanders sets and so forth, and I've got a fair amount of figures, but there's two play sets that include a figure, a trap key, and an sort of expansion, like a sort of an expansion figure type thing, so you can play like an extra chapter to a story. And these expansion packs were in high demand for the past few months. A lot of the shops have gone back in stock again now, so the demand's dropped a bit, but they are still quite nice to have. And so I saw them in Smith's, paid retail price about £30, and so that is for Skylanders Trap Team Light Element expansion pack, and also the Dark Element expansion pack. Now, I just don't understand why Nintendo haven't yet produced a Skylanders type game with all the amiibos. You know, I think, you know, if the market's there, people would love to have a game like that, and or do something, you know, along those lines, a bit more interactive. Because currently the amiibos, what they can do with them, is quite disappointing, I would say, really. But anyway, it's, you know, who can tell Nintendo what to do? Nintendo does what Nintendo does. Okay, alright, it's turn to games now. Let's start off with old and build our way up to a new one. So one of the oldest games I got recently was from a charity shop. It's all complete, and it's for Mummy Returns Game Boy Color. I think that was about £1.50. So for a box and complete Game Boy Color game, you can't argue with that, can you? Okay, let's turn to now. I guess the next old ones will be the PS1, I suppose. Yeah, I've got a PC game here. Okay, this PC game, I've never heard of it before. I just came across it. I don't normally pick up PC games, but this one's only 20p, and it doesn't take up too much space. And it's Die Hard Nakatomi Plaza. I actually don't have any means to play that with. I haven't got a PC, I've got Macs and stuff, so I purely got that for a collection. But it is a Sierra game, and you know, Sierra are known for making great games, especially on the PC. So, okay, let's see what else we've got. Okay, let's turn to PS1 games. Okay, I've got a nice bundle. Gundam Battle Assault. I have played this. It's pretty much a basic mech type fighter. Not a lot to say about that really. So I've played it, so it's okay. Nothing to write home about. Imported from the States, so it's finally came. I've ordered this, you know, a few weeks back, and it's Chrono Cross. I've already got this on the Chrono Trigger on the PS1, but to have the Chrono Cross as well, it's all nice, all boxed and complete. I think I paid about, I think it was about £18–20 within shipping, that was. Okay, all these other PS1 games, mostly I paid anything between 50p to typically about £4.50, most of these including shipping. So, so Formula Karts, nothing special to write about. Martian Gothic Unification. That looks quite a good little sci-fi type horror type game. This one's quite rare, well, not to say rare, it's uncommon, very uncommon. It's Tenchu 2 Birth of the Stealth Assassins, all complete, and I think that was about £4.50 in total. Okay, I think this is a type of horror stroke supernatural game, Fade to Black. And Midway presents the arcade's greatest hits, Atari #1. Another one off the list. Konami's Track and Field International 2. London Racer 2. These London Racer games are actually quite good, I thought. again, I picked this up because it was cheap. It was probably about £1 in a charity shop. Total NBA 96 and Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver. It's got like a sort of a what do you call it? A ventricular cover. What do they call them? Sort of 3-dimensional. Right, this game was produced by Psygnosis Games. They tend to make quite a lot of good games, and that's Rascal. It's got a good review. Rallycross, it's an average rally type game. Hydra Thunder. These are actually quite fun games. These racing boat ones. Part of the Gauntlet series, Gauntlet Legends. This is one of the classic ones. I don't mind the classic games too much because they're still black on the side. I prefer them to obviously to platinum games because they do stick out like a sore thumb. Another sort of black on the side, but it's still a budget re-release or classic is a value series games, and this is Jurassic Park Warpath. Now, if they're the same price, I'll get the original black label, but if they're a bit cheaper and it's a value series or a classic series, then I will get them if they're, if they're a fair bit cheaper, because at the end of the day on the side they look the same. It's the same game at the end of the day. So but I will not buy platinum games, I definitely won't. Okay, that's all the PS1 games. I've got a few original Xbox games. Right, most of these are unique to the console, the exclusives. There's one or two that aren't. Let's quickly go through and pick out two that aren't. Right, these two aren't. I got this for 50p. It's a rugby game for the Xbox. World Championship Rugby, so English rugby type game. Spider-Man 2, I've got this on the GameCube as well as the PS2. These movie related Spider-Man games are superb, so they're always worth picking up. Okay, here's the exclusives. Well, I say it's exclusives. This particular game was also on the GameCube, I believe, but it was not on the PS2. And that's Neighbours from Hell. So it's a kind of exclusive. Because it wasn't on the PS2. There's Otogi Myth, what's it called? Myth of Demons. That's the first one. And the second, Otogi 2. Now a lot of these Xbox games I paid typically between £2 and £7 depending on the title for this. I can't remember what I paid for all these now, but roughly it'd be between £2 and £7 depending on what they are. Splat Magazine with Renegade Paintball, a paintball game. Again exclusive to the console. Whacked. You're some sort of in charge of some sort of alternative cartoony type game show. Sort of sci-fi hard one, Pariah. Okay, this is an extreme cycling BMXing type game. Toxic Grind. Okay, Magic Battlegrounds. Obviously based on the car games, but this is more of a fighter. Okay, that's original Xboxes. Got one GameCube game. I picked this up for £1 in the charity shop. Motocross Superfly Ricky Carmichael, all complete. Okay, I picked up one PSP UMD movie. This is Galerians, Ryan, movie of the anime. These were a kind of spin-off from the games. There's one game on the PS2 and also one on the PS1. I haven't got the PS1 one yet, but it's on my list, but I do have now the PS2 one. Galerians Ash. Again, I can't remember exactly what I paid for this. I think it's about £3 or £4. I don't think that was too much money. And that PSP game, the movie, was more money. It's about £7. Okay, I've got a couple of uncommon PS2 games. This one's more uncommon. The other one's, I'll say, rare. It's YS, the Ark of Naphistism or Naphistism or whatever. Sort of tricky title. So it's an RPG type strategy game. I got one or two of the other YS games on the 3DS, I think. Okay, that's by Konami. That was about £17, so it's not a cheap PS2 game by any means, but it's also not a common one. Okay, this game is a rare. It's a sequel to it's a sequel. The original you can pick up most places for about £1 or £2. It's it's a relatively common game. But this sequel is less common. I don't know if it was ever released in the English language, but this copy is a German copy. It's sealed and complete. I've seen some of these copies go for as much as £79 on Amazon, believe it or not. But anyway, this game cost me £29, which again may sound like a lot for a PS2 game, but it's when you see what it is, you understand why I bought it, because it is, it's a good deal. And that is Knights of the Temple 2. Okay, the game itself plays in English, even though the packaging and the manual would obviously be in German. Okay, let's turn now to some DS games. No, actually, I was still going on old consoles. I've missed out a couple of Dreamcast games. This one, Record of Lodoss Wars. I've got both of these games from the same seller. This other one's Out Trigger. One of them on low bids on eBay auctions. Got them both for about £12 in total, including shipping for the two games, and that's quite good because you easily pay about £12 just for one of these. So to get both games for that money is a good deal. And I'm glad to say that the plastic cases for those Dreamcast games were perfect conditions, which is a novelty with Dreamcast games, a bit like PS1s. Okay. Let's go back to the DS games now. Okay, I picked all these up from the game. They were doing like a free for buy free full price. Buy 3 games, you get the cheapest game free. So I did that a couple of times. So I got these Sonic Sega Racing All Stars, or All Star Racing, I should say. These Sonic racing games are actually good fun. If you like your Mario Kart, you'll like those. Ivy the Kiwi, again published by Rising Star, and I tend to pick up any games that are being published by Rising Star because they do like to publish sort of obscure, more obscure, interesting games, especially from Japan. I think I paid for these games, I said it's a 3 for 2 deal, so I think on average they worked out about £4 or £5 each. Ninja Town, again this one is also quite an unusual looking game. It's got good reviews. It tends to be a type of bit of a strategy type defense game. Pucker Power Up. It's like a bit of a cutie type platformer type game. Well, this one, Go Go Cosmo Cops, a Namco game. Okay, getting that. Right, got a couple of 3DS games. Got this for a tenner. regular show in 8-bit land, or what it's called. It's based on the cartoon series, and obviously it's also set in it with some 8-bit graphics. So the reviews are quite quite good on that one. Alright, this other game, I've got all the games in the series. This has been reduced recently. It's all new and sealed. It was. I've opened it up to use with Nintendo points though, and that's Monster Hunter Ultimate 4. Most shops are doing this for about £20 now, so I thought I'd pick it up while it's that price, because these tend to, once they've sold most of them off, the price too tend to creep up on those Monster Hunter games. You don't usually get them cheap. Okay, alright, let's turn now to the Wii. We've got a few Wii games. A Nordic Games this is published by, so again Nordic Games tend to do quite good games, and that's Sprint Cars. Good reviews. I think this is about £2. Okay, this one, I've never seen this one before. It's based on the cartoon series. It's a bit of a sort of a mystery type strategy stroke detective type game. It's on a Wii. It looked interesting. It wasn't a lot of money. I think I paid. Again, some of these were on the 3 for 2, so they worked out about £4 or £5 each. So that's case closed. One truth prevails. Well, this game, I believe, only came out on the Wii. It's part of the Worms series of games. Worms, A Space Oddity. I tend to pick all those up. I got the first one. These games are rather good, even though they do look like they're designed for kids or girls, but they're not. They're good fun for all ages. Cooking Mama 2. On the Wii. This was only £1, that one. Okay, a SpongeBob game, SpongeBob SquarePants, Creatures from a Krusty Krab. I've said before in other videos I tend to pick up all the SpongeBob games when I see them. Okay, right. Got a few Xbox 360 games. Nothing special. This was originally an Xbox 360 exclusive, but got later re-released on the PS3, and that's Metro 2033. That was about £4. Okay, this game I got for about £2.50 in cash converters. I've got the game on a DS, one of Dr. Kawashima's brain trainers, or what they call them. This one's body and brain exercises. It's like a Kinect game. It's full of collection. I'll probably never play it, but it's a bit different. Okay, this game by Konami, I've got the first one, and that's 99 Nights, and this is 99 Nights 2. I've got that in game again. It would have been £7, but I got it part of a 3 for 2 deal. You don't always see this all the time in the shop, so it's more of an uncommon game as opposed to be, I'll say, rare. Okay, let's now turn to PS3. Okay. Now I've got the standard edition of this and also a Move edition, but this is the collector's edition, which they had in CEX for £6, and that is Heavy Rain. It's got I think it's got some extra paperwork and stuff in there, and some sort of gatefold packaging. It's got like a water effect on the sleeve. I've not seen this before, this one, collector's edition. That was only £6, so I thought, what the hell, go for it. Okay, I've still got to get Sacred 2 on the PS3 when I see it cheap, but this is Sacred 3 or Sealed and New. Again, we're getting rid of a lot of these for about a £5. Okay, these next two games I've got in CEX. I paid about, well, this one I paid £8 for. It's one which I never heard of before. Not too sure if it's any good or not, and that is Trinity Souls of Zeal. God, what a funny name. yeah, so I think it's a total RPG type game. But it's not one I've seen before on the PS3. This one is a relatively newish game. You can also get it on PS4 as well as PS3. I think you might be able to get it on the PS Vita too. Yeah, I think it's just like a strategy stroke exploration type game set in a fantasy world, and that is Natural Doctrine. I think, as you know, the cost of publishing games on a PS3 has dropped a lot, down to Sony dropping the prices for developers or publishers or whatever. We're seeing a lot more games coming out on the PS3, some sort of interesting titles, some indie titles too, which is really, really good actually. So there's still a bit of life in the PS3 yet, and so it's still worth picking up, you know, newish games on that, because they're still coming out. Okay, last but not least, I've got a PS4 game from CEX. This was £18 in total. It's, you know, it's all complete. It's in very good condition, apart from a little slight tear to the cardboard packaging on the outside, unfortunately. But apart from that, it's in very good condition. And that is Assassin's Creed Unity, the Bastille Edition. Like you see, there's a little tear on the top there, which has been repaired with a little bit of tape. But apart from that, it's all complete. This edition, it comes with a soundtrack, some lithographs, an art book, usual things you get with a collector's edition. But for £18 for a PS4 game, I thought that was quite a good deal actually. Okay, so that's it for today. This is all my pickups. As before, hopefully you enjoyed the video, and if you did, by all means thumbs up or leave a comment, and until my next video guys, bye!